Hey guys, and welcome back to Omnifactory. On to episode number 11 now, and the plan of action for this episode, we'll get straight into it really, is to start some automation and actually get some auto crafting properly set up. Now, off camera, didn't really do too much. If we have a look at the quest, what did we do? We got the yeah, I made another of the vertical diggers so that I could complete the quest, and so it means that I can actually get twice as much ores off camera, get those set up when we need to. Still need to make the extra boosters, but I'll sort that out. I also upgraded all of these guys to the advanced machinery. Decided I'm going to take it down this wall as well. This is where all of our LV machines, so everything that you'll see here is MV. Not too bad at all fairly easy once you get things like the compressor, the macerator, the lathe and polarizer set up. Everything else is so quick. Been kind of all doubling a bit of tin off camera. That's what's in the centrifuge at the moment. And what else did we do? Oh yeah, I got some of our kind of deep mob learning stuff. I'm getting the majority of them up to the self-aware tier, so we're heading that way on that side. Set this up so that I could get some charged Certus quartz as well. But as you can see from my inventory, we've got a few interfaces. I think there should be one as well in this interface. There is. And what we're actually going to grab is this here. So we'll make ourselves a crap basic card for the crafting card. Need a bit of wood. Helps if I click the right thing. There we go. And that should be everything that we need. No, it's not. We need the storage bus. Should have got everything that I need to craft this, I think. Storage bus. Perfect. This is going to be kind of the basic setup for our auto crafting. I'm going to get the circuits automated so that we've always got a constant supply of circuits, and they are the pretty much the most annoying thing off camera to make. And the plan of action is I'm going to actually break this up here. So get rid of this layer here, and the top layer itself is going to where I'm going to be having things like I think I'm actually going to be putting crates up there. That's the plan. So let me just fix this real quick. There we go. Always tend to do it one at a time. I don't know. It's a little bit quicker than messing about, but there we go. Get some more terracotta. Should have still got plenty. Yeah. If I ever need any more, I'll go and tear down another building. But yeah, that's going to go there. And the way that we're actually going to do it is we're just going to actually... I've decided I'm actually just going to automate this line. So as we're going to be upgrading these machines, we can still use them as manual machines, but it also means that we can kind of automate them. So if we pop these guys across the top, I'm going to need my Yeta wrench. I actually don't want any of these guys joining up. There we go. So that's all going to go like that. And if we get our crates, the reason being is I want a little bit of a buffer in between. So I want them to be pulling out of the crates instead of pushing straight into the machines. So the plan is to literally just go like this. I think if I go like that, or is it that one? One of them allows me to do it, is it? No, that's not what I'm after. I forget which key it is. There we go. I don't know. I'll do it manually for now. There we go. Extract. So they're going to be on always active, and the interfaces will run into the crates. Like that. That's fine. That's there. That's there. Ooh, wrong way. Okay, and then we just need to actually change the bottom. So down to insert. Down, insert. Down, insert. Get all of these set up. There we go. Insert active. Down, insert. Insert, and the last one. Beautiful. So they're going to go like that, and we're going to actually place our interfaces up here. So anything that we want to actually make in the assembly machine will go into this interface, compressor, macerator, things like that. So the basic ones that I want to get up and running, because I'm going to need a few extras, so I want to get those. Do I need the macerator at the moment? Not really, so we'll grab you out. Centrifuge, not really, neither electrolyzer. Alloy smelter, potentially could be a good one. Wire mill, definitely. Same with you and you. And I'll do these off camera because I don't actually have enough interfaces at the moment. I kind of want to get it automated first, and then we'll get it all up and running. But the final part, we break you, we drop an interface down here, and we set this to inserts. So essentially we're putting in the materials into the top, pulling them out at the bottom, and they're all going into that interface there. So if we grab some conduits, grab these guys, gonna need to quickly break open to the floor, like so. Take it around. Hopefully should have got enough here. In theory I can actually just run it from that one to bring it down. There we go. And yeah, straight up will do. So yeah, as you can see, it's pulling it straight into the interface. That should, in theory, work, I think. Block that up. Oops. Make it a little bit neater. So yeah, they've all gone. So items are now automatically coming from the machines straight into yeah, that's fine for now. It's not inserting into the crate. Straight into the actual ME machine, so that's absolutely perfect. Now we need to actually get these guys up and running. So temporarily I'm going to do that so that they're all connected to each other. This is where the beauty of not having to mess about with I'm going to need a few extra cables. Yeah, where the beauty of not having to mess about with things like channels. I would not have liked to have done this with channels, that's for sure. I should be able to just break that one fine. There we go. Pull you out. So what do we need? 1, 2, 3. Should be fine, I think. Let's see. Any conduits? These guys. So assembler, ME covered, rubber, ME glass, fluids and quartz. That's easy enough. Quartz, should have got plenty of that. Fluids, I made a ton off camera. Just grab that for now into the alloy smelter. Just make half of it for now. There we go. Get that running through. Give me some rubber. Running a little bit short on rubber. Well, we've practically ran out of wood as well. Really need to set up some type of tree farm or something. At the moment, all that we've got is the manual farm up there, and it's not really doing its job. That's applied, they're coming through, thank you. That is rubber, and it needs 1 for 1. Like so. grab the extra soldering alloy out. Oh, no. That wants to go into this guy. That's 2. There we go. And I'm just trying to think. I think we need a few of the normal cables as well, actually. Some of the applied energistic stuff don't connect to the conduits very well, so yeah, you want to try and use, where possible, the conduits are, I think, cheaper for resources, but where it's needed, you will still need some of the actual glass cables, so we'll get a few of those extra as well. Anyway, store that out. How are we doing over here? Perfect. Grab the rubber. The rubber is there. That's changing into the cupboard. And do we have any conduit binder? We do. Beautiful. Covered cables. Wait for this to come in. There we go. Got all of them. Check that in there with that. Get that running through. We only need a few, so I'm just going to take what we need from there. And bap. Okay, so that means that all of that is now up and running. So, for example, in the assembly machine will be things like our patterns, so our circuits, so they can definitely go into there. Circuits, so back 2, 3. Now, if everything's up and running, and yeah, perfect. So that's all showing in that side. So conduit's working absolutely fine, and yeah, in theory, we can start auto crafting. I mean, if we wanted 10 of these guys, incredibly expensive still. Not missing too much resources actually when I look at that, which is surprising. I thought we'd have been a lot further away than what we are. Anyway, that's kind of the basic idea, so we can now at least get some very basic auto crafting sorted. Just seal everything up a little bit. Like I said, I'll fill this in off camera. The kind of idea is to go across, get all of these sorted. Energetic alloy is incredibly easy. I think I've got like 8 stacks, not quite 430, so plenty of that to go around. And to be honest, we'll need a lot, because when it comes to HV, the lossless cables are energetic, vibrant alloy, not energetic. Anyway, so the plan now is to kind of get a temporary storage place set up for what we're going to be doing. So that is all ready to get up and running. I'll pull those out for now. I'm hoping nothing will get stuck when it comes to the crafting. I've heard certain situations where the assembly machine can kind of clog up a bit. Hoping that won't happen with the buffer, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, what we need to do is grab some circuits. So one of you, let's make one of you. Make that. I think it's going to chuck some stuff into here. It is. This is essentially how I've been making the crafts off camera. So it's not auto crafting, but it also actually measures everything out for yourself. There'll be a few bits here and there. So that's going in, it is. That's making the circuits, and they should complete the craft. Okay, that's gone across, crafting that one. That's working, should be completed. Beautiful. So clearly working on that one. Grab you out, and I also want to make one more of you. See if it runs. What are we missing? Nothing. Hey, it's running that. And craft complete. Beautiful. So yeah, auto crafting set up for these circuits now. That's absolutely perfect. And this is where we'll be kind of setting up a well, it's going to be an automatic storage crafting system. So the idea is that making the actual circuits will take its time. As you saw, for the tier 2 circuits, it took a fair time on its own. Considering you need, I think it's 4 of those to go into the tier 3 circuits, the picture kind of builds itself. So I'll be setting up a semi-automatic system here. So where can we pop this guy? And it's only going to be temporary for now. So can we put it in this place? How do I want this set up? So if I go like this, let me grab some more conduits. No, I'll actually need the glass cable, I think. Let's get it looking a little bit nice. So glass cable on top into the interface, which will go there, and this guy, I think this is how it wants to go. Storage bus on like that, with a crafting card in the interface. I think this works. So if I went and did, is it this one? Like so. Are you going to craft that? You are. Haha! Perfect. Now, what is happening is I need to up the priority, so everything that it can go into here. Circuits. What's happening then? Scheduled. No, that's fine. That's fine. Where's the circuit gone to? Let's cancel that. Have I not set this up right? Okay, that's crafting there. But nothing is going into there. What have I done wrong? Oh, right, okay, that's what. Yeah, I forgot that it's not fully automated yet. I need to set up the molecular assemblers for these guys. Anyway, that should run now. Hey, now hopefully, perfect. So we've got that stored in there. Now what I want to do is pop you into there. This should mean that we start crafting. Say should. Why are we not crafting? That's up and running. It worked fine for this guy. Okay. Maybe if I just pull that back out, pop it in. Doesn't like this. Why don't you like that? Can I still craft you? Aha, we're missing resistors. Fair enough. So let me grab some copper. Just get half a stack, get some coal. Do I have much coal? Not much, but we'll do. Macerator that. Get you popped into the wire mill. Copper wires. We've still got some, so I'm going to let that run through. Grab the coal, dust. That wants to go in here. So this will be another one of the recipes that I'll set up. In fact, Speaking of which, let me grab the resistor recipe. So this guy in the assembly machine is what we'll want. We need to change you to a processing pattern. Assembly machine. There we go. That's going to go in there. It's going to get pretty busy up here, that's for sure, because we're going to need more than one, either more than one assembly machine or more than one interface per crate. That's kind of the other idea between the crate system itself. I can set up multiple different places, so we'll see how all of that works out. But does that mean that this guy, what are we missing? If I pop that back in there. If I went to craft one of you, we have everything. And I didn't press craft. It's doing it automatically. It's taking the one from here, running it through, creating those guys. It should pop up with a tier 2 circuit. Maybe it's this craft. Hey, tier 2 circuit, and now in theory that should be crafting another tier 1. It is, to go into here. Beautiful. Now if we pop a tier 3 in there, we already have one in the system, so that's fine. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea on that side. I'm going to store all of those in there, and what I'm actually going to do now is increase the circuits. So let's have a look. We have 2 of these guys, so I'm going to start by upping these circuits here. They're actually auto crafting its way through. I'm going to let it finish on that side. I'm probably going to need some more soldering alloy as well. Let me see what's happening with the tin. Smelt this down here. Just pop that in there for now. Get some more antimony. There we go. That should have auto-filled itself up. Oh, right, yeah. I keep forgetting that this part's the manual part. There is a little bit of manual work to the circuit still, but it's getting a lot easier, that's for sure. And as soon as I actually get the these guys out of there, so it's just that thing that's actually keeping us from having this fully automated at the moment. Going in there beautifully. There we go. Why have you gone into there? Stay out of there, capacitors. Hey, beautiful. Now I want to up that to 2. Get that crafting a few more. Essentially what I'm going to do is store 8 tier 2 circuits and half a stack of tier 1s. And I'm going to just keep the one tier 3 in there at the moment. It's fairly expensive for tier 3s, so here and there. Tier 2s aren't too bad, and pretty soon we will be getting to the next tier of circuits, so the final tier 1, the third tier 2, so on and so forth, so that shouldn't be too far away. Still need to craft these guys. Go, put you guys in. There we go. How we're looking on this tin. Perfect. Get some more of this guy smelted down. We need a ton of the stuff, so pop that over there. There we go. Store you, store you, store you. 2 of these guys. Let's up it to 4. So this is kind of the plan. I'm going to slowly work my way up. They'll eventually get themselves crafting. Really need to get the alloys. Soldering alloy. Get some of this smelting down. But the plan eventually for the circuits is I'm going to have a dedicated assembly machine for the circuits, I think. Because I actually want to use tin rather than the soldering alloy. Now it seems a little bit counterintuitive, but tin is something that I can get infinite of through deep mob learning. soldering alloy isn't, because it needs antimony on top of it. So it's not ideal to actually use. As much as it saves on fluids, I'd prefer to do it the other way. So I'd prefer to use something that's infinite rather than... I'd prefer to use more of something that's infinite rather than a little bit less of something that I have to do manually. It makes sense in my head at least. I still will need soldering alloy in the future, because if we have a look at soldering alloy, the liquid itself can be used in things like this guy. So we will eventually need to get into that, but for the assembly machine it can also be used for the rotors, I think it is. Yeah, so these guys as well, so they can only be made with soldering alloy, so we will need it, but for now I am going to just leave it with this. I'll keep doing it manually for now. Anyway, that's that side, how are we looking? So we're up to 4, got those set up, and now final stage, let's up that. Let me just pull these guys out, that should autocraft then. Might be missing something. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably are, yeah, fine, copper and coal dust. Grab some coal dust. Obviously I'm just going to chuck all of this into here. Macerator. Probably should get the fine copper wire one sorted as well. So this guy is in the wire mill with this, and that is again in the wire mill. Make sure we get the right copper. Guarantee I almost picked up the annealed copper there. So advanced wire mill, check these guys in there. So that should start auto crafting, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It is beautiful. So that's making our fine wire. Still need to manually craft these guys. Here we go. Through that. Tin alloy foil, make our capacitors. That should now have everything it needs to to make the so it's running through there fine. So it chucked anything in there, so now that's got everything out of it. Need to keep an eye on this guy because it's going to start making different things. You can see it's already making tier 1 circuits. Hopefully this will go straight into the tier 2 circuits and make enough. Hasn't clogged up at the moment, but this is something that I will need to keep an eye on, because tier 3 circuits need 6 things, whereas these 2 circuits together only need 4. So it's when you're crafting tier 3 circuits it can clog up, because it might try and, or at least if you're crafting multiple tier 3 circuits, I guess, because it'll try and craft a lot more than it should at once. There we go, store 8 of those. That's crafting that guy. And I'm also going to craft an extra 30 of those. Wait until it's finished that one. Probably going to need more soldering alloy actually. But am I out? Not. What are we waiting for? Oh. As always. Yeah. Definitely something that I'm going to do off camera is get the molecular assemblers up and running in the basement. Need to mine it out still, but I'll get that done off camera. Nobody wants to see that really, do they? So there we go. Let's got those stored in there. So yeah, we want another 31. Got everything that we need. That should just fill this guy up. Here we go. Final parts. Beautiful. Let me grab some more soldering alloy. For now, I still feel it's fairly useful because I am a little bit short on tin. I'm yet to actually set. I don't think I've got the skeleton. Yeah, so I've not actually done the skeleton data model yet, which is where you use where you get the free tin from. So that's how I will be doing it eventually, and I might do that off camera. I'm not sure. If I remember to do it, I will do it. But you're definitely going to need some more in you. Come on. I think that's probably enough. Here we go. Pop that in there. And what have we got left? Is this still pulling through? Yeah, that's still pulling through fine. Let's have a look in here. So circuits. Slowly working his way up, and as you can see, we can quite simply just pull them straight out of the interface. That's kind of the idea on this one. This is a storage auto crafting, so we're always allowed to keep stuff in stock, which with circuitry, it's a big thing. It's one of the biggest things in this pack is the circuits, so definitely see this as being a big win. Anyway, let's grab you out. There, grab you in there. There we go. 32. And that's going to make an extra one, sure. There we go. And yeah, that'll just make it circuits on its own now. So yeah, that's kind of the main stuff that I wanted to get out of the way in this episode. Not really done questing, I guess. More so making life a lot simpler. Definitely going to be making use out of this, that's for sure. How far are we off of like making 10 tier 3 circuits? What we're missing is phenolic, electrum, rubber. Only got 12 left in the actual thing. One pattern that I do want to make is the rubber sheets. Where is it? It was. No, where is it? Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. Into the compressor. And there we go. Pop that in there. So what are we missing realistically from making 10 of these now? Yeah, pretty much everything on AutoCraft. We'll get the wires and such done once we get access to a few more patterns. How have you gone on? 48. That's absolutely fine. I'll get that all run through there, get some gold from that. Almost up to the next tier on that one, so that's beautiful as well. Got a ton of the overworldly matter at the moment. Not really sure as to what I want to do with that. Probably need to work out a better way of storing this as well. I mean, is it used for much? Fluid extractor. You can get liquid XP, I suppose. That's not too bad. I'm not sure how useful it is, but it's not bad, I guess. So yeah, that's how we'll be setting this up. I'll set this all up through there. For things like this where it's got the fluid, I've got a plan of kind of putting it into the floor and then having the a fluid conduit as well run into the actual machine itself. So that's potentially how I'm going to go on that side. But yeah, I'm happy on that side, that's for sure. In terms of questing, what can we do? We need to still claim all of these, so these are the quests, as I say, so that was one of them. We can get into HV, but I don't feel we're ready to yet. It's realistically not going to be hard at all to actually get into HV machines. As I say, it's vibrant alloy, that's what I mean, we're completely out of wood. But if we have a look at some HV stuff, so HV machine, hull, just pick this guy up. So machine hull is polyethylene sheets, which we have, and stainless steel sheets, which we can make. Gold cables we can make. and more stainless steel. So that's kind of the basics on HV, but not sure where I want to head after today. Probably going to be sorting out something better than this, or at least making better use of our storage, because at the moment everything is just chucked into here and it's not good. 100% going to get some of the molecular assemblers sorted off camera. Probably going to put them under there, get some conduits, some stuff down. But yeah, I'm going to call that for this episode. Pretty much done what we needed to. I'll get some more patterns into these guys down the line as well. Potentially get some stuff done on patterns off camera. But if you are going to stick around for the series, do hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks and goodbye.